friends. Yep, Doc South here after a long, hard day of work. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you, I'm getting too old for this work stuff. Whee. But I don't reckon I'll be quitting anytime soon, as it is nice to at least have something in your wallet besides moths. Yes. Oh, and I'll tell you the truth. I was thinking about this today. The last few days, uh, I really enjoyed myself at work. Yeah, I did. I know people be looking at me like, what? How can you enjoy yourself at work? You're supposed to hate work. No, you're not. No, you're not. I contend. Uh, there's you might hate certain aspects of your job, but if you really hate where you're working, you really shouldn't be there. You get right down to it. I mean, I've seen people do that, and they they tend to die pretty young. All kinds of ailments if you're just all the time upset with whatever it is you're up to make a buck or two. But I contend that you can make just about any job, just about any job, pleasant. Again, not every job, but just about any job. If you just go at it with an attitude, I'm going to do my best and I'm going to try to make people's lives better as a result of my being at work. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Make their day a little nicer. Um, I mean, it's no secret that I work in a store, and it's hard work. Oh my gosh, I've lost a lot of weight with all the exercise I get in that place for an old geezer my age. Woo! Um, in fact, I remember my doctor not too long ago checking. He was checking me out for my heart and everything, and I was running on a treadmill and stuff, and he said, "Holy moly, are you thin?" I said, "You're a heart doctor. You should be glad." "No, you're too thin. You got to put on some weight, pal." But we were yakking and joking about it. But he said, "You're just you're just skin and bones." "Well, you're all." I said, "Well, I've got some muscle too." He says, "Yeah, you are pretty muscular." Okay, okay, we'll leave it at that. We'll agree to disagree. But the thing is, and you get that kind of thing happens when you're working your tail off. It's really whatever you find yourself working at, whatever it might be, even if it's a temporary job, something you're doing to, till the right job comes along. I honestly think you should go at it with a vengeance. I think you ought to. If they tell you to um, sweep the floor, well, okay, sweep the floor, and then when it's all swept, go over and say, "Hey, how about I mop the floor too?" And you'll be surprised. And maybe as people walk by as you're doing the floor, you tell them, "Hey, watch now, right there, it's wet. Careful." Maybe make a thing of walking them across or putting up a cone so they go around. Uh, you interact with the people you're serving, and and the people you're working for or working with, and next thing you know, your job honestly isn't that bad. It isn't that bad. You kind of get rid of that "woe is me" if you realize that you're doing your best to make a bad situation better. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think it. I honestly think that's a good idea. I know for a while, long ago, I worked as a boilermaker, and whew, boy, you can't ask for a dirtier, more dangerous, um, scuzzy job. I'd come home honestly. I'd be covered in soot. I'd have cuts or burns where I backed into a steam pipe. Oh my God. I don't know if you ever backed into a steam pipe holding 100 pounds pressure uh, without any insulation on it. Ruins your whole day. And dropping a few fire brick on your sneakers on your toes, which you were dumb enough to come in there with sneakers on. You know, that hurts. Maybe a steam leak all of a sudden developing, that'll ruin your whole day. You know, as you're diving for cover. But I honestly, you know, we had a boss that expected you to work hard, but as long as you did, you could sit in that firebox or up some pipe, singing your heart out, just yowling and howling, and after work, everybody go get a bunch of beers and laugh about it all the way home. It was a great job. I think it paid $2 an hour. Well, it was a long time ago. That was actually good money. It was. And at least up in Pensy. But you see what I mean? You find these things that you like to do. One job, honestly, I know it sounds glamorous, being on the radio. Being on the radio can be kind of boring if you play the same 8 songs over and over and over again. But if you go at it with a vengeance, try to get a little creative, think of some, maybe squeaking a few other songs when no one's looking, and that kind of thing, and yak it up and invite people in to be your guests. Next thing you know, you're having a ball being on the air. I'm just saying, nothing was more grisly than being a rescue person. There were some days, boy, your head would be spinning with the tragedies you had to deal with. And yet, if you were there with your friends and you went out with, I'm going to jump in here and help these people or die trying, darned if you didn't, darned if that job didn't all of a sudden take a really good turn for the better. I'm just saying. So anyway, you know, basically, I don't have the world's fanciest job anymore at my age, you know, but I try to go at it with some oomph, I guess be the best way to put it, and with a kind word here and there, and working my tush off as best I can, old as I am. I find it actually, by the end of the day when quitting time comes, I say, oh God, it's quitting time already? Huh? Yeah, I'm telling you, there's something about it. If you can't do that about a place, you ought to try to find somewhere else, because not having a job you really truly hate ain't good for you. No, but you see what I mean. Okay, I'm just saying. Again, look for ways. Yeah, especially if you're in the doldrums at work, look for ways to improve things, to make things better, to be happier to make friends with the people you work with, and that kind of thing. Next thing you know, you'll be saying, "What? Quitting time already? Whoa, whoa!" And you know, and then on your way home, you think about some of the stuff you're going to try to get accomplished the next day, and so forth and so on. And you'll be a whole lot happier. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I just thought I'd say. Lord's Prayer moment. Yes. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, the glory forever. So be it. And okay, so friends, when you walk into that work 20, as they used to call it, on the CB, just keep your eyes open and your heart ready to, and your brain ready to respond. And you'll be surprised. Next thing you know, you're heading home to your family. Yep. With a few bucks earned under the belt. Yep. And a smile. Nothing wrong with a smile. No, sir. See you later now. God bless and bye now.